For Pitt Meadows, Maple Ridge.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's good to be here this time of the night. And do want to congratulate. Who won the game anyways? I missed the score. Edmonton? No? No, I won't congratulate. But I will congratulate Lynn Paddock, who won the Bay Verte Green Bay by-election in Newfoundland. So kudos to him, a progressive conservative. So he won by a 80% victory, almost 80%. And last election, actually 2 elections ago, or 2 years ago, it's a by-election, he had 48%. So, and the Liberals, drum roll, they went from 52% to 24%. Yeah, so that's Newfoundland. That is the Maritimes. And so there's been a plethora of polls for the past year that has the Liberals trailing. And I know that you don't count your chickens before they hatch, but this one did hatch this evening. And I think that the Liberals and the NDP should get this message. Yeah, take the message. Take the message that they're out of touch. They are out of touch with Newfoundlanders, Maritimers, British Columbians, and everyone in between. Out of touch, out of time. So, and what is the problem? Is it just because they like the change of color? No. The issue is that their policies are hurting. They're hurting Newfoundlanders, they're hurting the Maritimers and all Canadians. They are putting a squeeze on Canadians. Now, the member for Kingston and the Islands just finished talking about, hey, listen, we're bringing down the inflation. Well, he fails to recognize that all those past number of years, when the inflation was extremely high, that has not gone away. And Canadians are struggling to pay for the increases that have been happening because of the out-of-control spending. And, I've only been in Newfoundland. Actually, I was in Labrador one time in Goose Bay. And then in 2016, and just was very impressed. I only went to St. John's, rented a car, went down the Avalon Peninsula, and I was surprised actually how wealthy I saw. A lot of construction, a lot of nice houses, a beautiful part of the country. And it has been transformed from a have-not to a have province. But that was in 2016, but already there were starting to be some problems. And with the anti-energy policies of the Liberals, the Newfoundlanders and the Maritimers had a lot of flights going directly to Fort McMurray, but their policies squeezed that, and those direct flights and that income was cut off, and that has hurt. So, a tip for the the government is that they should listen to the Conservatives. There you go. That might help them a little bit. Because we're listening to the people of Canada. So that might help them a bit. But, Mr. Speaker, the problem that we have with this Bill C-49 is that it is essentially just going to be adding more and more regulations, more red tape to already cumbersome, very cumbersome, if not impossible. Yes, it's pretty much impossible to get projects approved of in Canada. And that's very unfortunate. I think the comments from the member from Nova Scotia a little earlier bears repeating about the tidal project in the Bay of Fundy that was ready to roll. It was tested. They were bringing in electricity into Nova Scotia, and then it got cut off. It got canceled by the Liberals, Department of Fisheries. This is a prime and incredible example of a potential project that could have been a reality with a green power, of green energy, and yet they canceled it. It's just contrary. And so so looking at this bill and under they're saying, well, this is really pro for renewable energy. They had something that right in their hands that could have gone forward that would have supplied hundreds and hundreds of megawatts, and that was just canceled. And this is what they will be doing also with these other projects. And I know that, I'm from British Columbia, and we saw similar things happening over there for energy that is actually clean. LNG, for example. The president of Germany, also of Japan wanted LNG, wanted production because of the invasion of the Ukraine and their source of energy from Russia being cut off. And they said we need it. And what was the Prime Minister's response? Well, we'll see if there's a business case. Well, yeah, no, it is basically flipping the bird is what it was. And where did they go? They went to Qatar, which is a sponsor of many terrorist organizations. So this is something that we could have got. These are jobs. The biggest project, private energy project, actually private project in Canadian history is right now happening in Prince Rupert, the LNG, that was approved under the Harper Conservative government. And that reduces global emissions worldwide. But they have blocked everything else from happening. And they talk about consultation. The consultation, with the Indigenous people. So there was the Northern Gateway Project, which was supported by all the different First Nations along the route. So they thought, oh no, what are we going to do here? The First Nations want it. What are we going to do? Okay, let's find some elders, a few elders that were not even part of the leadership, and we'll put everything upon them. We'll cancel the project because they were against it, even though the elected, the First Nations, Wet'suwet'en, and everyone else wanted it. They blocked it. So this is just a sham as far as their what they say towards the First Nations. We really want to consult you, work with you. This is just a way to actually block and not allow First Nations and Métis people to really benefit. So they're just, as far as the energy projects, what seems what they're doing, what they're really building, is just more regulations, more red tape, more bureaucracy. And the Commissioner of the Environment works with the Auditor General. They did a study on the Net Zero Accelerator Project, a $7.4 billion project. And what was his conclusion? That there's no due diligence happening here. They couldn't even determine if the emissions would go down, that the contracts weren't clear. It was just a mess. It is just a mess. Same thing with the Green Slush Fund, the $1 billion Green Slush Fund. The Liberals appointing Liberals on a board, and those Liberals actually directing hundreds of millions of dollars to their own personal companies. This is the type of mess that we're facing here in Canada. It's all about what's in it for me, or what's in it for the Liberals. We see that with the We Charity, where the Prime Minister's family got significant lot of money for contracts. We see that with people like former Liberal MP Frank Baylis with COVID contracts. We see it all the way through. So we just have to question: is that the objective? Build bureaucracy, build more opportunities to give money to their friends and family.
Thank you.